Hello everyone. So this is going to be the first video on the channel, and this video is going to be about Ketu Mahadasha. Yes, the most mysterious Mahadasha. Some people call it the most painful. But if you're going through Ketu Mahadasha, or if your Ketu Mahadasha is coming up, don't worry. It's the most beautiful time of your life, and you're never going to get this time back again. If it's coming at a time when you're young, middle age, or later in life, at least you're aware that it's coming and you can experience it beautifully. Some people never get to experience Ketu Mahadasha in this lifetime at all. And in a way, I feel that's unlucky, because I just believe that everyone should have this chance of this magical time period to witness it at least once. For some, it comes when they're little kids. Some of their Ketu Mahadasha might have passed when they're 6 or 7 year old, and followed by a very beautiful time of Venus Mahadasha. And I want to tell you something. Ketu Mahadasha is what we make it of. If you want to say it's painful, it will be painful. But if you look at it from a different lens, and it's the most liberating, the most freedom-giving Mahadasha of all. Think about it. If Ketu isn't here to make you free, how will you enjoy Venus Mahadasha? It's got to clean up all the mess from your life in order to set you free, so you can truly enjoy with all the right people that belong in your life for Venus time period. I'm going to be speaking from many different perspectives, from Vedic astrology point of view, from my own personal journey, healing through it. This video might be long, so grab a cup of tea, something warm, something soothing, anything that you like, because for someone going through Ketu Mahadasha, you know exactly how much this means to you. It gives you hope from a normal person to another person that, okay, it's not as bad. Remember one thing. Ketu just wants to get rid of what doesn't belong in your life anymore. Now it's up to you if you want to give it up happily, or if you're going to suffer through it until you let it go. That suffering could come in health issues. It could come in many different forms. Constant fighting with a relative, even your spouse, with your kids, something. It's the universe trying to teach you to let it go. And I'll get later into this video why it's time to let it go. In India, all the astrologers that I spoke to and everybody, they try to scare you. They try to say it's something bad is going to happen. Ketu's going to take this and this away from your life. Let me tell you, I've studied astrology now. And Ketu does not want to take away. It wants to give you. Okay? Just accept one thing. Ketu wants to give you. Now it's up to you if you want to accept it or if you're going to fight it. Okay? Don't fight Ketu. You'll never win. Don't. The moment you learn that you just have to let it go, you're going to start living so much more peacefully. I'm going to talk about particularly Ketu Mahadasha in this video, and many more videos to come, because Ketu is very mysterious for most people to even understand, yet it's so simple. It's as simple as a kid flying a kite. Okay, if you're an adult, you want to live through Ketu, it's so easy. You just have to see what the universe is trying to teach you. I'm sure if you're going through, or if you've gone through, you can relate to this. Like at the beginning, Ketu takes at least two things away from you that mean the most to you, your attachments. They could be in the form of your relationships, like you might be really close with a friend, someone from your relative, even your like brother, sister, father, mother, uncle, aunt, anyone. Whoever you feel the most closest to sometimes, it's going to take it away from you. You're left there shocked that I thought these people loved me or I loved them, and how can they change overnight? Well, that's the magic of Ketu. It wants to show you the true colors of people. Second thing, it wants to take away something that you hold with the most pride in Mercury Dasha. If you're an athlete, it could be your sportsmanship, like you're running for a marathon thinking that's what life is all about. You're going to win this magical, biggest marathon of your life. Guess what? There could be something, as your Ketu Dasha start, Ketu's going to be like, no, you're not meant for this. Snap, you need a surgery. You can no longer participate in that marathon, now the sporting event of your life. You could be a businessman. Ketu Mahadasha comes, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to relate to this one. For businessmen, you're in cloud 9. You're living in this world in Mercury where astrology doesn't exist, occult doesn't exist, meditation doesn't even exist for most people. You're just thinking that you're the doer of this business. You have set up something amazing, and this is it. And you're going to make it big in this business. Comes Ketu. Overnight, you might be forced to close that business. I would love to hear in comments how it has impacted you. So at least you can heal others. Others can relate to you that they're not the only ones. Because when I started in this journey, it was so painful, but I'm so thankful for it, what it has given me. For businessmen, they could go bankrupt overnight. Their partners could betray them overnight. Their companies could catch on fire overnight. This is the beauty of Ketu. I'm sorry, it is painful. It's painful to lose all these things, but yet it's so magical and beautiful. Why? Because look, you're no longer meant for those roles. You didn't come to this earth to do those type of roles. You being a CEO of that company, you're not meant to do that. Your karma was up to the Ketu Dasha point. You have finished it, now let it go. Move on. See, I want to talk about letting go and why it's so painful in Ketu Mahadasha. Why does everybody say Ketu is so painful at the start? It's because we have to let go of things. Let go of things that are the most dearest to our hearts. Okay, we're so attached to those. And it happens overnight that we just have to pack up our bags, move out. We have to leave our home. We have to close our businesses. We're pretty much out on the streets at that point. No friends, no colleagues around to support you. Nobody. Okay? It's you against the world. But this is where the beautiful journey of Ketu begins. See, for anyone listening who has studied astrology or has even gone to astrologers or even understands 1% of astrology, knows about the concept of something called Dasha periods, okay? Vimshotri Dasha is 120 years. Each phase is broken down, like each planet has a different years of ruling. Some have like, let's say 18, some come in 10, some are Venus, the longest one is 20 years, the most beautiful time period. And then Ketu gets to rule you for 7 years now. So our life is broken down into 120 years, okay? Typically, very rare these days, somebody actually gets to live 120 years in this physical body. And what happens, that 120 years is our soul journey, okay? Now, we know there's a physical body and there's an internal soul body, okay? The Atma. Our Atma has a lifespan of 120 years, okay? You have to live and do your duties of what you chose, the role, and complete it within the 120 years. Some start off in Saturn Dasha, go to Mercury, then comes Ketu, Venus, and so on and so forth. Some are born in Mars, some are born in Venus. Different people born in different Dashas. And some never get to experience Ketu. So what Ketu is ending of your past 120 years of a soul journey, and it's starting of a new journey. That's why it's so painful. In my upcoming videos and many more different videos, I'll explain how this whole spiritual journey actually works and the beauty of this and why it's so painful at the beginning, okay? Why we're forced to let go of so many things at the beginning of Ketu. So, Mercury, anyone who's gone through it knows your mind is working day and night. You're sharp. You know exactly what to say. You know what kind of proposal to write. As a salesman, you know exactly how to make the sales pitch and stuff. All of a sudden, you hit this rock wall. It doesn't matter what role in what company you're doing, or it doesn't matter what stage of life you are. Life is going so smoothly in Mercury, and then all of a sudden you hit this brick wall. Everything shatters. Everything shatters into little pieces, and you just can't make sense of what happened. Now, it's different how their life gets shattered for every single individual, because every soul gets to experience this in different ways. How my life shattered was completely probably different from you watching to some other viewers watching, okay? For some, it could mean going bankrupt. For some, it could mean it could be a call from the auditing department saying you're getting audited and you have to pay for all the little small mistakes your accountant might have done, and you have no choice but to go bankrupt at that point. It could mean a divorce. It could mean that your longtime fiance who you're supposed to get married to just gets up and goes overnight, or you find out they're cheating. It could mean you have to leave your own home. It comes in many different ways. Like it could mean you're getting a surgery all of a sudden, like a health issue that you never thought. Like you could be perfectly healthy, all your blood reports are normal. All of a sudden, Ketu Mahadasha comes, or it's about to come, and you have kidney stones now out of nowhere. Most likely, I've seen that somewhere in Ketu 6th house, and these sudden pains and stuff start coming up. So in this video, I'm not going to talk about what Ketu does in every single house and what it wants to teach you, but how the dasha starts and what we're supposed to do and how to make it into a positive outcome, okay? Because it's such a blessing to go through Ketu time period, because it really makes you understand what life is on a spiritual level and who we are, okay? We're not just this physical body. Yes, I was spiritual before, or I had some spiritual practice and stuff like this, but I would have never had this type of like time in my life to really discover myself on such a deep spiritual level if it wasn't for Ketu. And I'm so thankful for it, and I really want to share this knowledge out there. So back to Dasha starting off now. One tip for everybody. I don't care if it's me who's going to help you or somebody else. Always get your chart checks and always ask your astrologers when your Ketu Dasha is coming up, because let me tell you, one suggestion I will always leave behind for Ketu is have some type of cash or liquidity on hand saved somewhere. You could be running the most successful business and think everything's going to go smooth, or all your stock market is doing well and stocks doing Mercury. Cash out and save that good amount of money that's going to last you for 2-3 years or something in Ketu Mahadasha, okay? Because you don't know how successful you are and how hard you have to fall. At least have some money saved up, maybe in a separate account, in a separate different individuals, because you don't know how you're going to get hit. Convert the money into gold even, okay? Something you can use later. This is one of the biggest lessons I can tell anybody right now, is how to prepare. There's going to be a different video for how to prepare for Ketu Mahadasha and stuff like that, but thought just come up that have backup money with a friend or somebody you can trust, or even your partner's account. Just don't put, if the Ketu Dasha is coming on your chart and you're between the ages of 18 and 60 or 70, doesn't matter, save your money somewhere. because you don't know what Ketu is going to do. Nobody knows. At least you want to have some kind of a backup, a saving. At least you're prepared for the days when you're off. Like if your business goes downhill, I know many people who is, and personally I'm one of them. If your business goes downhill and you need to get back up, at least have money saved up for your daily expenses. So that way it's not so terrifying. Now, back to the beginning of the Dasha. So everything is working good in Mercury and you think you have got this under control, and all of a sudden you hit this brick wall. Out of nowhere, your life falls apart. Out of nowhere. You didn't see it coming. In Mercury, most people don't even go to astrologers. Most people don't even know what astrology is, or occult is, or tarot is, or palm reading, or any of this is, okay? It's a big switch. It's like fire and water, going from Mercury to Ketu. Sorry, I'm not referring to the zodiac signs or anything like that. I'm just giving an example. It's like day and night difference, okay? Mercury, you're a completely different person. And all of a sudden in Ketu, you're just like, what happened to my life? Once you hit that brick wall, like I mentioned, could be anything for anybody, okay? I have looked at many different charts, and that brick wall shows up in many different forms across the charts, okay? For businessmen, it's different. For someone doing a corporate job, they might be forced to just get up and quit because Ketu has created so much tension in that role. Like, everybody just hates you all of a sudden. Like the boss is calling you into the office every single day to tell you you're not enough anymore. Like you were the top performer in Mercury, all of a sudden you're having a meeting after meeting, and then you're really thinking to yourself, what are you really doing in this position? Go. The sooner you go, the more happier you'll be. Quit. The longer you stay in that office, the harder it's going to be for you to stay healthy. Okay? You pick. Your health matters, or the money coming in, like your role or your identity with that job matters more, okay? Ketu will protect your life. It'll keep you breathing. You will not be left out in jungles. You will not be. I assure you that. But you have to let go of most of the things you were attached to before, okay? Now I'm going to explain to you why. If anybody who's studies astrology or has a little bit of an idea, you know the last dasha is Mercury, okay? And when we talk about Bimsotri dasha, or when we talk about nakshatras, the first nakshatra, okay, starts off with Ashwini, that's Ketu's. Our dashas, our system starts with Ketu, okay? So Ketu is the ruler of Ashwini, the nakshatra. Now, Ashwini, it's associated with healing, okay? It's the most healing nakshatra out of all the 27 nakshatras out there. If Ketu was bad, if Ketu was meant to destroy you, why would it be given the Ashwini nakshatra? Okay? Look at that. Ketu is here to heal you. It's not here to damage you. You're looking at it from the wrong lens, okay? Ketu wants to heal your life on a spiritual level. That's why they say go inward. A lot of time we're told to do praying, meditation, because ultimately all your answers are going to be found within. We're not meant to look for God outside, what the universe holds outside. That's Rahu. I'll do videos on those different days and stuff like that. But Ketu is inward. Ketu, as you know, takes everything away from you. So you have this opportunity to go sit in silence and then go inward. When Mercury ends, we're leaving one type of personality behind. Mercury is the end of our soul journey, okay? Our soul is done. That soul that was inside your body in Mercury, that's done. I'll explain to you how a spiritual rebirth happens in one of the other videos, probably in the upcoming time periods. But right now, I just want to talk about how beautiful Ketu Mahadasha actually is. And you're reborn at the beginning, okay? And that's why everything seems so difficult. So you're leaving this spiritual body behind, and it happens so magically you don't even know that your body has transited. But unless you have certain placement, the 4812 people, Ketu 4812, you know how powerful your awakenings are at the start of the dasha, how powerful you feel. this type of energy. So what really happens is you're spiritually reborn, okay? And I explained my experience in one of the other videos, how it actually happened, how beautiful it was. Happened on a full moon night, and I'm laying there in bed, and it's not beautiful on a physical level. Your body's shivering, you don't know what's going on, your heart's racing, you feel scared as an adult. You're just like, what is going on here? Like, your heartbeat is 80 beats per minute, and all of a sudden you're down like 160. It's like your heart's gonna pump out of your body, and you cannot control those things. The more stress you take, the more you feel it. So after that spiritual rebirth, why do we have to let go? Okay, we actually have to start letting go just before Ketu Dasha comes. The Dasha Sandhi is called, the period, transition period between Mercury and Ketu. You start feeling different energies around you. You start sensing different vibes around different people's, like, that person is not nice to me anymore. Like, what's really going on? What happened to that person? Like, you start sensing the tension that starts building up. If it's for people who have gone through financial upheavals, like, you start feeling squeezed left and right, like in Mercury. Like, where am I supposed to get the money now from, or what? Ketu wants to corner you. Ketu is going to corner you from all sides until you have no way out. And when you're transitioning from Mercury to Ketu, you're going to see a lot of people disappearing. Okay. Now I want to talk about letting go and why it's so big in Ketu. Okay. Ketu is not just a time period that's here to make you break you. Ketu is here to make you realize that we are all interconnected. We're all part of the same universe. Ketu Mahadasha is your spiritual awakening. I know it has not been pinpointed before. How can you study spiritual awakening on by a specific date or time? Now you can. I've looked at many charts across the board, and when Ketu comes, it's all the same signs and symptoms. We're forced to let go. Spiritual awakening isn't here to hurt you. It's to chisel you, define you into the better version of you. Okay, so someone who's still watching this video and joined along, don't be scared. Ketu is here to give you a beautiful time coming up ahead. Okay, it just wants to get rid of the garbage from your life. I'm sorry, you might have to see some of the dearest people go. I'm not calling them garbage, but your karma with those people is over. And why do I say that? Because those people were connected to you spiritually on your last soul, okay, on your last path until Mercury. Now, who you are in this world, who you have taken as a rebirth of, those people don't align with you anymore. Your soul purpose, everything has changed, okay? Since birth, since childhood, we're never ever taught to let go. What are we taught? Take care of your toys. Take care of your belongings. Save your money. Always have savings. When are we taught to let go? I don't remember in my life or even in my surroundings a time period when I had a conversation about letting go. As a child, I was never told that, and I just grew up with this conditioning that you have to save or hold on to things, and even toys, like, hey, play carefully, they'll break. Or there was never ever something that, hey, you might have to let go of this. Like, as a kid, even today, like, you give a beautiful toy to a kid, he's gonna play with it, and after that, he thinks that's his. Or you go up to a kid to his house and be like, hey, that's your favorite toy, I'm gonna take it away. What? That kid's gonna start crying. Right from childhood, we're conditioned to hold on to things, but we're never taught to let go. This is a beautiful paradise of Ketu. It wants to give you, but it has to take you away, things away from your life. And this is the most magical transformational journey of life, okay? Learn to let go. Let go. Ketu makes you realize that the true journey is just you and the divine. Everything else is an illusion, an attachment. You don't need it. Yes, we all need families, friends, support, and everything like that. But during Ketu, when this awakening comes, you truly realize that We're protected divinely. Divine guides us. Okay? All along, thinking that in Mercury that all these friends were really your true friends, they'll magically disappear. You could be having the hardest time in Ketu. You could be fired from a job and you need some money. You could be having a lawsuit in your business and you just really need a friend to talk to. I'm busy. Hey, sorry, I can't make it. They start disappearing from your life. The people that you thought were always going to be there, they disappear. Sorry. This is when you're heartbroken the most. This is when you're forced to realize that this is not life. We think that's life. We think friends should be there forever. We're conditioned in such a way that we thought things would never change. How could my business go bankrupt? How could my friends leave me? How could my family leave me? How could my spouse leave me? But here you are, all alone. And this is the most magical moment. You chose this before you came into this world. This is your time to start your journey with the divine. Whoever you believe in, whoever you pray to, whichever religion you follow, in spiritual awakening, it's your time to connect with the divine. Whether you connect through prayers, whether you connect through meditation, through yoga, through volunteering, selfless service, by sitting under a tree, anything. This is where you feel the divine. This is where you become one with the divine. The divine has chosen to remove those things so you can see divine everywhere. You're not distracted by illusions. Your attachment to cars, property, homes, and stuff like that, that's all an illusion. If we talk about the matrix, illusion, the Maya, okay? Ketu is here to take away the Maya from your life. How can relatives be Maya? You know what? We're all gonna go. We think we're attached to them. But what's magical is we're more connected to the divine, okay? Ketu, everybody wants to meet God. Everybody wants to be connected to God. Ketu period is that time period for you to be connected to the divine. It's not easy. It's a 7-year period. In this time period, your 7 chakras activated. I'm going to do a different video on that as well, how Ketu awakens and what chakra awakening actually feels like. Let me tell you, it's not a magical moment. You don't see angels, you don't hear religious songs in your ears, and you don't hear divinely messages that often. Some people do. That's a whole different video. But chakra opening is actually cleansing your body from the base to your head. And it's not a beautiful picture, okay? Someone who went through it, I have a very strong placement of Ketu. And let me tell you, I don't wish that type of awakening on anybody unless you're guided, unless you know what's going on. And this is exactly why I want to put this out there. So maybe in my next birth, even I'll be watching this video again as a guide. I'm hoping that this will serve this channel, these videos that I'll be posting will help many people to find a way in their awakening, in their Ketu Mahadasha. And when chakras open, it's not a beautiful picture, like I said. When your chakras clean your body, okay, your body feels light afterwards. Any blockages, chakras are energy centers that store emotions, feelings, and all these different type of things. If you have held a lot of emotions in, be ready for a lot of vomiting and diarrhea once your Kundalini awakens. I'm sorry. Okay? It could last 2 days. It could last a week. It needs to cleanse you. Okay? And it happens in different stages. And some people get liver pain and different type of symptoms, heart racing, headaches and stuff like that. It's all because we're holding on to too many things. Go for a swim. Let it go. Just drop everything you're doing today. Take a nice walk. Be grounded. Go barefoot somewhere in a park. Go on a hike barefoot. Ground your energy. So, Ketu and the chakras, I'll come back. The Kundalini awakening, how it does it on a different video. I think this one is just going to be on giving positive motivation and someone who's suffering, I hope I'm able to change your perception on how it's not painful. You're just not letting go, and we just have to surrender to what the divine plan is, okay? Ketu may feel painful, really painful at the beginning. You're scared. And doesn't matter what age you are. You could be 20, 40, 60. It's always good to have a good conversation with someone who understands Ketu. It could be a friend. It could be a counselor, guru, anybody. Ketu, like I said, people don't understand it. You feel scared because everything is disappearing from your life. Nothing makes sense anymore. When we're born into this world, we're surrounded by love. Like a baby comes into this world, everybody loves that little baby. We all want to see it. Everybody wants to hold it. It's the most magical moment in anybody's life. But what people don't realize, that's a physical birth. And when the spiritual birth happens, which is your Ketu, nobody is there to love you. All that little soul wants is unconditional love from your family and friends, but unfortunately, nobody's there. So what gives you love is meditation, is connecting to the divine, your source, where you have come from. And once you truly emerge with the divine, then you realize that everything else is an illusion. When you're deep meditating, you're able to control your circumstances and manifest what you want. Stuff that's a higher level of meditation stuff that we'll leave it for different days. But Ketu wants to give. But how can it give if you're blocking all the energies? You're holding on to a lot of junk in your life, okay? The moment you let go, you're going to see the magic of Ketu. Let go of the job that you've been dragging. Let go of the money that needs to be paid out to the lawyers or some companies or lawsuit you might be going through in Ketu. Don't drag it. Whatever Ketu comes at the beginning, any money that needs to be owed, pay it right away. Do not drag it. You're going to be suffering with many lawyers. Lawyers are going to eat your money, or that case is not going to go anywhere. If that money is meant to be yours, it'll come back. And I guarantee that in writing. But at the beginning, just surrender to that case. Because that money is not owing from this lifetime, most likely. It could be a past life that has been carried. It's debt that needs to be paid. And Ketu is the past that everybody talks about. So when at the beginning, there's money or something else that needs to be settled, surrender to it. Just be like, this is the divine coming in some form to settle my debts. Surrender and give what needs to be given and walk away happily. And then watch the magic happens. Because Ketu period is only very short, 4 months. Then comes Ketu Venus, the longest one of all. And everybody talks about how painful it is. I'll tell you how magical it is. It's not painful. It's the most beautiful, okay? If you pay your debts. Now, Ketu Venus, a lot of things could be happening. There's money outstanding or some other type of legal matters or some other health issues that might have come up. Do let me know how your Ketu Venus went. But one advice that I can give, whatever needs, the Ketu period started up, finish it up right away in Ketu Venus. Because the Ketu Venus will go magical. But if you choose to drag it, your Ketu Venus is hell. And this is why they say it. Ketu Venus is very painful. Because by Ketu Venus starting, you don't know what actually is happening in your life. And you thought in Mercury, you have won every single battle and you were the warrior. You could even tackle this. You will not win this. You're forced to let go. That's a change that needs to come. Ketu Venus, make the change. And people say there's a lot of colleagues, female colleagues who are yelling this, female managers, or even your spouse. Let's say if your spouse is fighting with you a lot, she's telling you to change, move out, change house, do something better, do something else. Listen to her. The divine cannot come in a physical form and tell you that it has to manifest through different people and through energies. Ketu Venus, if there's a female telling you to make a change or fight with you for something better, listen to her. Just surrender and listen. That's going to be the most magical change. Ketu isn't about fighting or arguing. Ketu is here to give you something better. Okay, it wants to shave all the extra stress. In Mercury, you could be working 12, 14 hours a day. And if there's something going on in your life where you have to work only 6 or 4 in Ketu now, work 4 hours. Just relax. Everything is going to be fine. I'm at a point, I'll share a personal experience. I started working, opened up a business, quite young age. Been working a really hard for the past many years when I was in my Mercury period and stuff. And I thought I was king of the world, cloud 9, had it all, but no. Ketu came, changed everything, changed my perspective on life, everything. But for the magic, for the better. I'm smiling. I'm smiling because of Ketu. If it was in Mercury and some other dasha joined in, I'll be buried in stress. I was miserable, thinking I had money, like net worth and stuff like that. That's not happiness. Ketu gives you the real happiness that you deserve. Because you can only enjoy Venus if you're happy from the inside. So, coming back now. Mercury isn't so bad. Ketu seems bad, but it's even better than Mercury if you know how to enjoy it. You have to learn how to enjoy life without money, without partying. So, and I'm sorry, a lot of these different sub-periods that Ketu gives depends on your chart, okay? How different planets, how far they're placed from Ketu and stuff like that. That I cannot do a reading on every single, if you're watching, we'll set up appointments and I'll give free videos on how somebody can look at the chart, how beautiful these sub-periods are going to go and how painful they might be. But just remember one thing. Some heavy changes have to be done at the beginning of Ketu, and do it as soon as you can, okay? Pay any money that's outstanding. Let go of any relationship that don't serve you anymore, whether it be your brother, sister, mother, father, uncle, aunt, nephew, neighbors, anybody. Any relationship that you're starting to argue or have fights, just walk away. Walk away. If they're meant to be in your life, they'll stay. But don't fight. Let it go and smile and saying, thank you for the last beautiful 5 years that I've spent, 50 years even with somebody, and said, our karmas are done. It's time for me to move on. Ketu will get rid of all the people that don't belong in your life anymore. It wants to bring in new people that are more aligned with your soul. Ketu could even bring a friend who you used to talk to 15 years ago, and all of a sudden you get a message on Facebook or Instagram, or you bump into them in the supermarket one day randomly and be like, oh my God, we haven't met in 15 years, and you guys connect, and all of a sudden you have a meeting this weekend or a coffee or something. And let me tell you, I always talk with a group friend of mine who were in this all Ketu period, and these are very special dear friends to me, and we always talk about one thing in this is let go of all the people that Ketu is trying to eliminate from your life, and always embrace with a hug of people that Ketu is bringing in. Ketu is bringing in very karmic people that are aligned spiritually with you. They are going to stay with you no matter what. And appreciate these people, okay, that Ketu brings in. Don't just think they're selfish or something. If Ketu brings somebody into your life, appreciate it dearly. Let me just tell you that much. So, back to, yes, pay off any debts, money, any lawsuit, close it. Make any changes at work as soon as you can. Let go of people that no longer serve you. Lastly, but it's a big thing, diet changes. Change your diet as soon as you can in Ketu Mahadasha, because what you used to do in Mercury, what you used to drink, is no longer going to serve you with your sole purpose. Because Ketu is it's a very holy, it's a very spiritual energy. You are going to have to make some diet changes. If you don't, Ketu is going to punish you, put you in a hospital bed most likely until you learn your lesson. If I can make an impact on somebody, I hope that I can send this message. please change your diet. Okay. I am not saying go vegetarian, go vegan, this and that. See what works with your body. Experiment. I'll give you my example. I didn't drink growing up. I didn't no wine, no whiskey, nothing like that. The only thing I consumed was eggs and chicken. When Dasha Sandhi happened, what I noticed when Ketu was coming in period was I would eat chicken, and the next morning I would have blisters inside the mouth, or like my body started acting to chicken. It happened once. I'm like, this is odd. Maybe it was bad or something. It happened twice. I'm like, something's wrong. Third time it happened, that time I was more aware. I'm like, it's happening every time I eat chicken. Third time I did it on purpose. I had chicken. Next morning there were blisters. I said, okay, something is going on. This is before I even found out that my Ketu Dasha started back in the day and whatnot. But I saw the physical changes that Ketu was trying me to do because I had to let go. I had to let go of the chicken. I had to let go of the eggs. I am vegetarian today. A person who is so in love with meat is completely vegetarian today because it doesn't align with my soul path anymore. And what Ketu holds for me in the future, it's very magical. For some people, they can argue that, oh yes, there's not enough nutrition in other diets and stuff like that. Well, you know what? During Ketu Mahadasha, you don't need a lot of food. You have so much cosmic and divine energy. The Kundalini energy is awake. Your body can sometimes go on one meal per day. I'm not saying everybody should do that. Please watch your nutrition intake. But some people who are very spiritual or they meditate a lot, they can tell that their bodies don't need that much energy. Sometimes overeating is also a thing in Ketu where you're stuffing yourself too much like you used to in Mercury, and you will feel your stomach bloating, like in pain. Ketu gives that mysterious pain in the stomach, by the way, that everybody talks about. I've seen it across many different clients and case studies where there's always this mysterious pain in the stomach. Sometimes it travels, sometimes it's there. That's your Ketu talking. It's telling you to release something. Release those diet changes that are no longer serving you. Release those old emotions that are stuck inside you. So be careful of that pain. That's Ketu talking. So see what the universe is trying to tell you with that pain. And please, we're not medical professionals. I'm just putting a video out there to guide. So please do get yourself medically checked. But a lot of the time, that mysterious pain that doesn't show up any CAT scan or MRI and stuff like that usually is Ketu pain. So diet changes are a big thing in Ketu. You experiment, see what kind of diet serves you. A lot of people go a lot of green vegetables, healthy salad, because they feel they understand that in spiritual awakening or Ketu Mahadasha, you eat healthy food. It gives you good nutrition, more energy, more alive energy into your body, and you're able to meditate better. You're able to connect better. You're not eating dead cells. Your body cannot digest that at that point. So, other than that, I think this video has been quite long enough, and I do want to keep talking more, but what time is it? I might make a part 2 on this video, or start going into different sub-periods of Ketu, or even just like how Ketu works in different house, or how Ketu unfolded for me. But before I go, I want to tell you something, that why we're forced to let go in Ketu, why we have to let go of attachments and stuff like that. Okay. Ketu period is your time to connect with the divine. This is truly that magical time period when you actually get to discover who or what God is and how it manifests. I can describe them in my magical moment or my connection with the divine, but for you it might be different. Your understanding with the divine is different. Everybody connects on a different level. But that's the beauty of Ketu. How you discover, how you meet the divine is going to be your journey. But Once you're starting to walk the path of the divine, just understand this. When Ketu comes, you're in step 1, okay? And when you're looking at God or your divine, and smile through Ketu journey, okay? When someone is going, smile and let them go. When you're step 1 and you're looking at God, are you going to take your cars, your properties, your businesses, your money just to show to God? Hey, look, I'm bringing all this for you. You're going to be looked as such a fool. Let it go. Just let it go. Amongst my friends, we have this mantra that we always say that, what's the magical mantra for Ketu? Let it go. Just let it go. When you're in step 1, let go your ego to these attachments, okay? That I own this many homes, I have this much business money coming in, this and that. You don't own it. The universe, the divine, given an opportunity to experience something through that business, okay? That business was never yours. Let it go. Shed it. That's why they say release old patterns and habits and conditioning and attachments, okay? Step 1, just do it as soon as you can. As you move further up the ladder, you're going to be forced to let go of relationships. I'm sorry, it's painful, okay? We're connected to our brothers, sisters, extended family, mothers, grandparents, father, brother, siblings, everything. But unfortunately, you cannot take them to the divine with you. You cannot take anything. Just shed everything one by one by one. Why do you think Ketu is so painful? Because we have to shed everything. We have to leave everything. This is the magic. This is the most magical, most beautiful connection you will feel. Cry as you let it go. Because whatever you let go is going to come back tenfold. I promise you that. By the time Venus comes around, in Venus, you'll make it back. If you're a businessman who lost 10 million, 100 million, even $1 billion, you'll get $10 billion coming in. I promise you that. But the universe just wants to teach you one thing, is serve your purpose without being attached. The moment you do something without attachment, it comes running into your life. If you can give up $10 and never look back, you're going to be able to earn 100. I promise $100 is going to flow into your life. That's the magic of letting go. Now, when you're in the second step, like I said, you have to let go of a lot of relationships. There's a lot of pain because we're attached to them. We're like at the beginning of the video, I said attachment is a big issue in Ketu. We're attached. Let it go. Let go of those relationships that no longer serve you. You're going to feel very isolated, which is fine. There's a reason why the divine is trying to create this isolation for you. When we are hustling, bustling in Mercury and Rahu dashas and Jupiter dashas, all these different dashas, we're so busy trying to make money, trying to make a name, fame out there. We are never given an opportunity. We have to almost fight with family. Hey, be quiet. I'm trying to meditate. Hey, be quiet. Like, I just want to have some alone time. We're fighting so we can go to spiritual retreat for 10 days even out of our busy schedule. Ketu wants to give you that time period for 7 years. Ketu just wants to give you time to sit alone. Just look at it that way. Now it's up to you to clean up your mess as soon as you can and start sitting alone, or keep fighting, keep dragging in Ketu all your problems, all your attachments. Eventually, you will have to give them up. Now, on third steps, you have to let go of your identity completely. Okay? Remember, spiritual growth isn't outward. It's nothing outside that happens. It's all inwards. The divine resides inside. Okay? That's where we find God. All your outside attachments and outside conditioning, all your fears, all your guilt has to be let go. You don't have to be the perfect son. You don't have to be the perfect husband. You don't have to be the perfect CEO. You don't have to be any. Just start coming inwards and start seeing who you really are. Okay? That's what Ketu is. Ketu wants to give you a chance to understand who you are, what makes you happy, Where is that inner child? Who used to be happy as a child? That's why they say in spiritual awakening, start doing things that make you happy. It doesn't matter what others are saying or thinking. Once you start letting go of your outside conditioning, at this point you've let go of the material attachment, your relationship attachments. Now you're talking about identity, like all the things that have shaped you. You even have to let go. Like, you identify it as a CEO, as a president, as a surgeon, as a brain surgeon, as like a businessman, as a teacher. If that's dissolving, let it go. Just let it go. Something new will come. But Ketu wants you to go inwards and see what makes you happy. And this is why they say in spiritual awakening or in Ketu Mahadasha, you really find something that you really enjoy doing with passion, so you can make it grow tenfold in Venus Mahadasha. Once you're away from all the noise from outside distractions and you come inwards and you start sitting alone, that's where the magic happens. That's how you meet the divine. At this point, I don't have any quotes or reference that I want to be getting into, but one of my favorite doing Ketu Mahadasha has been Rumi. He's always dear to me. And divine isn't far. You just close your eyes, look within, and you can make the connection right there. Other than that, I'll talk about meditation practice in some other videos and stuff, and how you can start going inwards and how you actually feel the presence of the divine around you and stuff, and how it was for me coming back to the point of letting go. So once you have let go of these conditioning, all the things that used to make, now even if you're jobless, okay, stop running around finding jobs every single day if you can. Don't cry if you haven't found a job yet. Don't cry if a business hasn't opened up yet, okay? Remember, the perfect opportunity is only going to come when God wants it, okay? If you have been jobless or businessless or anything like that for the last 6 months, it's okay. God has cleared all the mess, has made you jobless, so you can sit still and actually discover yourself, okay? Like, I was a person, at one point I had 2 cell phones, okay? Both of them would be ringing sometimes simultaneously. And I would have to put one on hold just to go attend the other call and stuff like that. It was so busy. Like, business doing Mercury, it's very stressful. Now, I'm down to 1 phone. And believe it or not, that phone does not ring all day. And I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier. I'm not scared that my past life business or this and that I'm a failure. No. I'm using this time to dive in and really discover who I am. It's the most magical time. I have the ultimate peace in my life right now. I don't have any stress. If this is not a blessing, I don't know what is. So, do tell me how that blessing showed up in your life. Now, again, going back to whoever's scared, like, we'll talk more and I'll give my email and stuff like that. So please do reach out if you want chart readings or anything like that. We can discuss. If you just need guidance navigating through your heart awakening or any other spiritual challenges in your life, like, I'm happy to discuss and guide you. I'm going to be posting more videos on how just to live a grounded life overall. How to balance, doesn't matter what hardship you face. Remember, every challenge, you signed up for it. Okay, every battle won makes you stronger for the next one. So always smile when you have a lawsuit. Always smile when you have a challenge that's approaching you. Just embrace it with open arms and say, hey, I signed up for this and I have something to learn from it and I will succeed. Life is a smiling journey. Just, you need to change your lens of looking at it. It's not painful. Ketu is not painful. If people are saying that's the most painful of their life, no. It's, you got it wrong. This is the most magical time. It's the most healing time, okay? This is the time you heal. Your inner child heals. You heal on physical, mental, spiritual level, all different levels. Ketu, when your Kundalini rises in Ketu, when the divine energy is inside you, it's cleansing you, all your trauma, everything comes up to the surface, okay? It Nothing gets bagged anymore in Ketu because it wants to make your physical body lighter now. All the trauma that's stored up to the cell level, it wants to flush it out. So at least in Venus, you look your best, you feel your best, you enjoy your best, you do your best in Venus. And let me just tell you one advice. Please do not forget your lessons that you have learned in Ketu. Do not be pulled into the rat race that exists out there in the outside world that everybody's following in Venus. Do not. Whatever Ketu has taught you, whatever true colors of others Ketu has shown you, please do not forget that, okay? Don't go back to who you were before Ketu. Ketu brought these changes to show you what no longer serves you. So don't go back into the same mess. You are different. You don't belong anymore in the same type of crowd. After awakening, you don't belong with these type of people. So please don't pick up bad habits anymore. And Ketu, speaking of bad habit, Ketu is that planet that forces you. You have no choice but to give up your addictions at this point. I've seen people come clean from many different type of addictions because it doesn't matter what dashas you're in. Sometimes Rahu dasha, people suffer, go through a lot of addictions, and I've seen some other dashas as well in there, especially Mercury too. They want to experiment, they want to do these things, they get addicted to certain type of things. Ketu wants to make you clean. You have no choice. You have no choice in Ketu to still keep following addictions. No. Ketu is that time period when the heaviest of the heaviest addicts, they come clean because they have either a choice to live or to die with their addictions. That's how much Ketu will force you to give up your bad habits. And that's the extreme of it. I hope nobody is suffering with such type of addictions, and I hope if they were, Ketu made them clean. I really give positive vibes and a lot of love for somebody who has given up addictions, and addictions are minor to major. Like somebody could be having a small addiction, somebody could be having a huge addiction, and a lot of love for anybody who gave up their addictions. I'm sorry, the phone had a little warning, like a signal, something come up on the phone. I'm sorry for that. So people have to give up their addictions, and I guess we'll wrap up this video here for now. I just want to say, change the lens you're looking at Ketu Mahadasha. I know we've been conditioned a lot of times, especially astrologers, they want to make a lot of money from you during Ketu because you're headless, you're scared at this point. Ketu is also one period where we're forced to embrace the unknown, okay? Just embrace the unknown. Accept that whatever is going to happen for the better good of me. Nobody out there in the world can tell you what the next chapter of your life is. Don't waste your money on trying to find out what is going to happen in my life in Ketu Dasha, because such a big change has happened. You're running around here and there and here and there, but let me tell you, just relax, sit still, enjoy today. If you have woken up today, have a cup of tea, enjoy your breakfast, go on a nice walk. That's life. That's Ketu. Just go out there and feel the presence of divine out there, okay? And I'll start going in how you become more spiritual in Ketu and stuff, and how you can be more grounded, and how you can calm that energy that's inside you at that point. But yeah, for today, I'll wrap up this video. I hope I've made a positive impact on somebody. And as a closing remark, I'll just like to say that please change the lens you've been looking at Ketu Mahadasha. It's not a bad Mahadasha. It's the most beautiful, okay? If I could have a 20-year Ketu Mahadasha over a Venus, I would love to. Okay, it's such a beautiful time period. It's so short, things happen so suddenly, we have to adjust to a lot of things, and we're not even ready to adjust such fast paced things, but hey, it's for the better. And I'll see you guys soon with another video. I'll at this point say thank you for watching, and I really look forward to connecting with you guys again about my personal experiences and all the divine messages and divine teachings and just everything on Ketu that I've learned. I would love to share with you guys, and I hope you have a good night.